Pablo Picasso said, "All children are artists. The problem is to remain artists as we grow up." Now this relates to a very relevant and resonant problem that faces our generation today, called the myth of the jobless artists. Now Stephen, can you explain to me what the myth of the jobless artist is?
Yeah, for sure. So as the title states, it's basically that students who pursue a career within the arts have great difficulty finding a job or providing or getting or making a living if they pursue a career within the arts. However, we're here today to kind of debunk this myth because it is inaccurate. So here we found a statistic online from recent graduates of art degrees who've been out into the field trying to find jobs. And then, if the myth was real, the response that we would find from them was that, "Oh, I regret going after this art degree." However, what we found was that they didn't really think this way. What they really thought was, "Oh, I wish I had more work experience because work experience would help me get a job." And then, so the myth was not true, and thus.
Yeah. All right. So let's bring this back into perspective. How did we start out? Well, back in the early months of 2014, a young girl pondered about what she would do for her future career. Now, this girl was talented in music, she was a dancer, she was just really passionate about the arts. And that question really came easily to her. What was the obvious answer? Now, she wanted to pursue a career in the arts. Now, she thought that was a great idea, but when she brought it to her parents, when she brought it to her peers, she didn't get that reaction that she was expecting. And so she was, in fact, ridiculed for having low expectations or thinking that pursuing an art as a career is a reasonable option. So she was shocked, but she was also determined. And so for the course of 8 months following that initial period of time, she gathered a group of 15 individuals to come out who were just as passionate about the arts as she, to create one of the first youth-led nonprofit organizations of its kind in the GTA. Now this girl's name is Diane Huang, and she is the founder of Creativity Through Arts. So the problem that we sought out to solve was something that we talked about at the beginning of our presentation, the myth of the jobless artists. So consequently, Creativity Through Arts was formed, was created to solve this problem, to build confidence in the youth of our community, and to build the skills required to succeed in this field.
So now, what exactly do we do at Creativity Through Arts? We offer a variety of events throughout the year in order for youth to test out to apply their skills within whichever sector they would like. We have various examples on the screen, such as an example of one of our coffee houses where musicians are able to come out, have a great time, play some of their pieces. We also have different events for dancers, performers, even coders. We really feel that everything could be taken in a perspective of the arts, and thus we try to accompany an array of individuals and to really accompany everyone in the community.
So how do we do all of these events? We host over 10 different initiatives throughout the year, but where do we get all our resources from? Since we are a youth-led organization, we don't have that immediate access to resources which will allow us to run all of these events. But thanks to our generous community sponsors who provide us everything from venues, food, to raffle prizes, we have been able to run some very successful events. In addition, we are also partnered with World Vision, who has very generously provided us the advice and the resources needed to run these events. And in return, we have raised over $1,000 in partner with the World Vision to support the associated causes.
So now to talk a little about our team, we currently have 16 members, and they're split into different divisions. We have a community engagement team, a sponsorship team, and we also have a technology team. as well as our co-chairs. And we all work together with the certain goal that we mentioned to help youths get engaged within the arts.
So we've talked a lot about the events, but what do we actually do there? As you can see on the screen right now, here are 3 of our largest events that we've hosted in the past year. The first being Debonair, which is a fashion show, one of the first of its kind hosted in Markham by a youth council. And it's a fashion show associated with a very small workshop in the beginning. So this is not only a place for models who want to potentially pursue a career in modeling, but we also featured makeup artists as well as fashion designers.
Next, we had an event called Hack the Arts. This was a little bit of a spin-off of a hackathon that coders usually do within a 24-hour period. They're given a task, and they have to accomplish this. However, we made the spin-off for the arts. So we gave them a certain theme, which was nostalgia, and they were to create a piece of work for us. And at the end of the presentation today, we have a little bit of a clip of the first prize winner of our event.
And finally, we have Nocturne. Now, this event hasn't actually happened yet, but it is a recurring thing that our council likes to do. In fact, we're having Nocturne tomorrow, if you guys would like to check it out. But basically what happens is we feature up to 12 live performances of youth communities, of youth in our community to present themselves in front of a large audience. And then followed that is a semi-formal dance. Now, what we really value here at Creativity Through Arts, and what makes us different from all the other councils present in the GTA, is that we like to explore different avenues. What are some non-conventional things that people might be interested in, but nobody has actually seen it before? So we really like to discover and go to explore some new events. So Debonair was one of the first fashion shows that we've heard of in our community. Hack the Arts was a 24-hour challenge, not just, there have been previous film festivals for 24-hour challenges, but not surrounding various themes for various different art forms. So yeah, that's a little bit of what makes it different.
And as for progression, within the first year of operation, what we mainly focused around were the events. The 3 that we mentioned before, as well as other ones that just provided the big platform. However, we thought, that wasn't enough. We can do even more. So we progressed into offering different learning experiences for youth to not just apply skills that they already have onto a platform, but to gain new ones and to develop themselves further. So,
the first example that we have on screen is Creativity Through Code. Creativity Through Arts partnered with the Markham Public Library to organize this event for youth between the grades 5 and 12 to go from having no knowledge about technology or coding or web design to, after 10 weeks, having their own fully functional web page.
Then we also recently started hosting a series called Meraki. And just a little definition, Meraki means to lose yourself into something that you're passionate about. And so what we wanted to do was we wanted to teach youth about unconventional ways of arts. So we've hosted Merakis to teach rapping, to teach beatboxing, and we recently just hosted one to teach them about dance. So how about the future of Creativity Through Arts? Well, we don't want to just stop within the community that we've been running all our events in, which was Markham. We want to really expand further in all across the GTA. So how do we expect to do this? Well, we do have a highly qualified team at the moment, which we will be hosting applications within different areas. We'll recruit them. They'll be able to sit in within our meetings. They'll be able to come to our events before they start their own. So they'll get a sense of how we operate, what is an effective way to get everything moving within their events. And as such, we hope that within the next year, we will have at least one other Creativity Through Arts organization within another area that is not Markham. And as the years progress, we hope to expand this further and further and further. And now to talk a little bit about the financials of our organization. So within the first year of operation, we really depended a lot upon our sponsors. They were really the ones who helped us get started, who gave us the necessary funds in order to get our first events running, and so we're very appreciative of them. However, this year, because we've gained such traction within the community, we've gotten such a great deal of people who are constantly engaged within our organization, we see that our mainstream revenue now switched from all the sponsors to just the ticket sales for our events. For example, Nocturne, the event that is happening tomorrow, we sold tickets at $20 and we have approximately 200 people attending our event. And so those are some great numbers that we have, and that's really helped our business, our organization, get the funds necessary to continue doing what we love to do.
All right, so Creativity Through Arts aims to tackle a problem that doesn't just affect the youth in our community, Markham. It's a relevant issue that affects youth everywhere, the myth of the jobless artists. And so by having this asset of having this widespread problem, we are able to branch out and continue to organize these unconventional events to appeal to various different types of people who have various different types of interests. So,
And what we would like to say is just that we are Creativity Through Arts, and we're here to stay.
yeah.